organization. Therefore, we need to establish a healthy culture, a cooperative culture where everyone works together, everybody works together, and although resources are stretched, overworked, and sometimes multitasked, yes, we have to establish, we have to maintain a good and healthy culture so that everybody stays, everybody grows, and everybody feels a part of the organization family. All right, corporate culture. Next, we have to attract top talent to the organization. All right, during any job interviews, candidate's skill is to sell himself. And as recruiters also need to sell the company, the organization, so that we can attract the best talent and become the most preferred organization among all the options, among competitors. Around 36% of recruiters feel there is a need of the hour to establish a corporate culture that will attract best candidates in the organizations. We want good candidates that not will come in but will develop, will progress, will stay and grow the organization. All right, so it takes time, it takes a lot of effort, and on the part of the company, it takes a lot of investment in terms of monetary finances. It takes a lot of investment. All right, then we go on to challenge number 5, which is elevating human capital investments. Around 2/5 of HR professionals indicate that the biggest challenge will be acquiring human capital and investments. You see, many organizations those days don't believe in investing in humans because they think, oh, I might as well invest in my IT, in my technology, in my equipment rather than humans. But now organizations in the 21st century are actually learning to invest in human beings. They are learning how do we invest in human beings in terms of training and development, in terms of a good compensation package, flexi working hours, good fringe benefits, good incentives, a good sign-on bonus. These are all investing in good human capital. You want the best, you have to also give the best. All right. Next, we also flexible work arrangement. As you know, the millennials, the youngsters of these days, they would like flexible work arrangements. But they are very demanding. They want flexible organizations who will satisfy their needs as much as, so it's a win-win situation. They will contribute, organization. So it's like a marriage. Both parties have to contribute. So therefore, in order to achieve this flexible work arrangement, it could be a challenge, especially if you're in the service sector. How do we have flexible work arrangements where we want to serve our customers? We want to be there for our customers at all times. All right. So and as you know, millennials these days don't want to work the traditional 9 to 6 setup. All right, 9 to 6 hours. So therefore, if we give people more flexibility, freedom, more flexible work hours, there will be better productivity. All right, there will be better loyalty, there will be better commitment to the organization. Therefore, 40% HR professionals believe this can be a winning factor, having flexible work arrangement in the organization. So everyone is happy. All right, everybody is happy. In IBM, we have flexi working hours also. We could go in, you can work from home and you can go into the office when you want, and everyone was happy. Everyone was productive. All right, because people these days like the flexibility, and that also gives you work-life balance. Work-life balance meaning you have time for your family, you have time for your work, and you have also time to rest, to relax, for your personal self. All right, so this is flexible work arrangement, which can be a challenge to the organization because not all organizations are able to practice this due to the nature of the business. All right, this is the 6th challenge. The 7th challenge is a clear and transparent work culture and open leadership. You see, in the organization, employees demand it greatly. Employees demand in the sense that they want to see their management, their bosses, their superiors transparent, be able to communicate with them. Open leadership, participation. Okay, I like to participate with the decisions. Decisions are asked. Get everybody to participate in decision making. Employee voice is heard. All right, employee voice is heard. 37% of employees have indicated communication barriers are removed when employees are open. They listen. There's open leadership, and there's a participative leadership. Participative meaning there's participation between the employees and the staff. Employees and the staff. There's participation between employees and the staff. So there's always a need for clear and transparent work culture and open leadership. All right, that is just one of the challenges. Another challenge will be career advancement opportunities. There always has to be career advancement opportunities, to grow, to develop and progress within the company. You see, when there's no career opportunities for employees, what will they do? They will move, they will leave, they go elsewhere. And we don't want to lose our top talent. Am I right? No, we don't want to lose. We want to keep them. We want them to stay. We want them to grow and develop with the organization. We want them to be a family with the organization. Am I right? No? So therefore, if If you take care of employees, you nurture them, you grow them, you develop them, they will stay with you. I have seen people working in IBM, even in health for 30 years, 40 years, being very loyal to the organization, being very happy and want to contribute even another 30 and 40 years, which is very admirable. So if you take care of your staff, people will stay. People don't want to leave because when we are comfortable, we are not happy, we don't want to leave. That is merely human nature. Am I right? When we are comfortable, we want to stay. All right, that is career advancement. So you must prepare career advancement for your staff. All right, for your staff. All right. Finally, we look at better compensations. We want to see good compensation, salary packages, incentives, in bonuses, increments, for good performance. And across the board, everybody wants to be rewarded. So we have to practice rewarding good staff. All right, practice awarding them lucrative salary reward packages. You perform well, you get well. As I told you, you must take care of your staff in order for them to take care of the organization also. Recruitment processes are the first interface of candidates with the organization, and this has to be the best. The employer must sell the organization to the staff so that good candidates will join. And by word of mouth, when the candidate comes in, they are happy, they like the organization, the word of mouth will spread. And word of mouth is always faster than the media sometimes. They will spread the word, oh, I'm happy here, I like this organization, it's a good organization, and people will come, people will learn. So word of mouth is important. So these are some of the challenges of the 21st century. And of course, the list goes on. It does not end here. You can even write a whole extensive study, a paper, a thesis on the challenges of the 21st century. All right, and it is a very interesting topic indeed, how to encounter and how to counter the challenges, how to resolve the challenges, and be an organization which stands out. All right, stands out, valued, employer of choice. We in IPM we always receive awards for employer of choice, and even at health, we are good organization. People stay. I love health. I love health, and I see my colleagues all staying for 30 years, 40 years, and continuing to serve and grow with the organization. All right, so these are some. So challenges must be resolved. All right, and these are not the only challenges, but the list can go on and on. All right, then we go on to career opportunities. You see, human resource always offers you extensive career opportunities, and there are lots, especially for big organizations. You can work as a HR generalist, meaning general HR functions across the board. You can be a HR recruiter in the recruitment team. You could be a HR specialist, compensation manager, employee relationship manager, training and development manager, change consultant, technical recruiter, training and development. There is so much you can do in human resources, and it is indeed a very interesting field. Not only because I have been working there for many years, I also teach the subject. I also did a doctorate in that area, but I've also got my students, my friends, my colleagues telling me that HR is an interesting, very fulfilling field, because when you invest in the lives of people, it's very fulfilling. Am I right? When you invest in the lives of people, you see them growing, you see them developing, you see them transforming. It really brings a fulfillment to you. It makes you happy. It makes you happy to see your staff growing, you see your students growing, you see them succeeding in life, and that is what we have to aspire. So I would recommend that you learn up and you get into this HR field, you get in, and learn about HR, because it is indeed a very fulfilling field. It is indeed a very fulfilling subject, a very fulfilling module, being in that line for many years. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for coming, and I hope you benefited from this talk. There will be time for you later to ask any questions if you like to. I hope if there's any questions, you may ask later at the end of the session. Thank you. Stay safe, take care, and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Shirin.
Thank you, Mr. Shirin.
Please stay with us. We will have a quick Q&A session. If you all have any questions, you can ask her. You can put the question in the chat box. Dr. Shirin will be with us. Today we have participants with us from Bangladesh, from Malaysia, from Nepal, from Bhutan, from US, and from United Arab Emirates. So our second speaker today is Dr. Abdurrahman. Dr. Abdurrahman is assistant professor in Daffodil International University, Bangladesh. Before that, he was CEO of IHM College in Malaysia. Abdurrahman completed his doctorate degree from Horizon University of France. He also completed his bachelor and master's from Malaysia. So Dr. Abdurrahman will basically talk about the challenges, the career opportunities in human resource management. And after this session, we'll have Q&A, question and answer. Before that, I would like to remind all the participants, kindly let us know where are you from. No, we have a rule that we issue a certificate of attendance those who are participated today. Please note that those who participated ask questions to our guest of speakers, and those who are active participants, we issue this certificate of attendance. There are some questions on this. Those who are attended, kindly share your email address with us. We will send you this certificate of attendance. Now, without further delay, I would like to invite Dr. Abdurrahman to share his speech.
Okay.
Dr. Abdurrahman, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening to all, especially the International Skill Development Center (ISDC). Their host, Dr. Shirin. I think I know you. Maybe you may forget. You remember that time I was teaching in Olympia for 2.5 years, and that time I also teaching in University Derby program. I remember you take 1 or 2 course from there. Maybe forget it.
Yes.
And later on, quite a long time, I was teaching in different institute. Then come back to my own destination. Okay, so thank you to everyone to joining with us, all the participant and audience. So I think I'm going to talk about the career opportunities in 21st centuries. So of course there is some challenge. I don't bring the challenge or negative thing in the beginning. So I believe because we face, there is a lot of challenges, and there is of course a huge opportunities in over the world, including Bangladesh. You guys can see my slide. Is it can see?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Okay, good.
Yes, clear.
Yes, sir. It's very clear for us,
It's
sir.
very
Okay,
clear.
thank you. So I am going to start it. Before starting that, my slide, I will be just throw 2 questions for all my, especially I believe there is some fresh graduates here, some what do you call the career seeker, and some opportunity seeker too. So as the university teacher, and I was quite long work in the industry, corporate, as Mr. Shoel said, I was the CEO of the HM college 5 years. I work in the bank too. So I believe there is some question, just 2 questions I throw for you guys. You think it, you try to find some answer from my slide or from my lecture. Then after that, as we mentioned, we can discuss it. If no, we can explain it. So my first question is, why would you hire? Second question is, what employers looking from you? I have some hints here. Is that they are looking skill, or they are looking knowledge, or they are looking some resources or academic degree, or what we call the treasury degree. So this is my question to you all. Those are really young graduate, fresh graduate. Maybe you can have something. I'm trying to be find the answer for you. Okay, so I think some issues here. Okay. There is some statistics for, especially for those joining from Bangladesh. There is some statistics for you to understand actually why I throw this question to you. In Bangladesh, we have 46 public universities. We have 106 private universities. We have 2,254 university colleges and colleges. Those are produce the graduates and postgraduates under the National University. Of course, we have some Islamic education, what we normally call madrasa. We have that number also 1086. Those also producing the degree levels, what we call Fazil, and a master's level, what we call Kamil. They are also somehow easier. And another issue is, it's not issue, we can say, who are with us. Then total approximate every year, we are totally produce 10 lakhs or 1 million graduate, honors graduate from the different universities, public, private, and all together. Then in Bangladesh, we have another degree, what we call general degree or fast course degree. If we compare all together all the institutions, we have nearly 2 millions, I mean 20 lakhs graduate we produce every year. It's a big number. Even some country there is no number of citizens there. So, but can we see what is the opportunity we have? In our government sector, we have around altogether plus minus 4,000 government recruitment every year. And among their total from the graduates, we have 39% graduate is unemployed every time. That's my question. I think you can see why they will be hiring. Okay, this is simple statistics and don't worry about that. This is a simple matter. Don't know why my slide is good. Okay. Okay, now we see where is the career is from. Can we see what are the career normally in we call is desired career or desired job we are looking. If this is the US statistics, I just here put top 25 job in US, what their graduates are looking or what their graduates are desired the job. It's most of them is a non-technical because we believe like doctors, engineers, lawyer, this is a specific or specialized job. So some this is some non-technical job we can call it. I'm not reading all or I'm not saying all because we have some time to maintain. So we can see here like physician, then we need software engineer, then we have they have like a business development manager, human resource manager, finance manager, marketing manager, database administrator. They have product manager, data scientist, sales manager, solution architect. They have mechanical engineer. They have QA engineer, what we normally call as quality assurance, business analysis. They have electrical engineering, network engineering, civil engineering, audit, accounting, finance, lab. So many. So I think this is common. We also same. We in Bangladesh also, but we can see some job still. I give statistics come back to our own perspective. If we look at the UK, can you see there is quite different. They are the first job is like the number of people are looking is author, librarian, academic, lawyer, interior design, journalist, doctor, TV presenter, train driver, teacher, accountant, athlete, member of parliament, politician, it's a bit late, Hollywood movie stars, then Formula One driver, chef, then farmer, police officer, astronaut, then firefighter, investment banker. That's a bit. There is a like flight attendant, real estate agent, model, refugee collector, cleaner, and these. Okay, now we see here the whole world. What was the top job in the last 10 years, 2020 to 2020? If we segmented it men and women, can we see the business manager? Men's type, they are always become the manager, ICT profession, engineer, doctor, then sports people, teacher, lawyer, then motor vehicles, mechanic, engineer, whatever we call, architect, police officer. Then women is bit different. They are most of the even in Bangladesh also we can see many women become like primary school, high school teacher, doctors, lawyer, and you can see there is a, but actually it's quite similar. So last 10 years there is a top job in the world. This is you can see the sources I collect. This is all authenticated with the data Wiper. I take it all. Now you can see here what is the Bangladesh perspective. In my country, what is our first dream? We need to get a government job. Our first, yeah, our first, what do you call the dream to become the government servant, then multinational company, bank, financial organization, telecommunication, accounts, finance, teacher, developer, real estate sector, healthcare, and consultant. And of course, nowadays another two sector, because I just put the top 10. Another few sectors is really rapidly growing. This is what you call human resource sector. I mean human resource personnel. And another one is we can call it service sector and hospitality tourism. It is a good sign for us. Our service sector is developing and booming. Then now, if we call about the 20th century is highly demanded job, I mean after the 2020, we can see here once upon a time we can see our graduates or our children or our younger brothers, those who finish their A level, they are dream to become the engineers, like as Tripoli engineer. They want civil engineers and this. Nowadays we can see there is a lot of changes, and 2020 centuries we can see the new challenge, new hope, also giving us a lot of the what do you call segmented lot of opportunities. Like we can see nowadays people are not looking the mechanical engineer or what do you call like civil engineer. Now we can see biotech engineering, biochemical engineering, organic food procedure, because we are now become very health conscious nowadays. Then we can see waste management consultant. It's a big issue in the most of the country. So this is you can see a waste management consultant, respiratory therapist, we researcher. It is also some nowadays new youngsters are also many of them involved in there. Then what you call nanotechnologist, then nutritionist. Even in my university also we have one department, nutrition, food and nutrition engineering. Then robotic technician and what do you call aeronautical engineer and software apps developer. So this is 2020 centuries. I'm not saying other jobs. Yes, accounting job and other job. If we compare to bank, I give you a small brief about the scenario of bank job in Bangladesh. Of course, other country also quite similar, because we are in the one earth. There is a little bit difference between everywhere, not because of currency and economic fact. Rest of the time you can see here the challenges is every time is we need to face. We have to be we have to adjust ourselves with the new innovations, with the new technologies, with the new changes. So you can see here once upon time, if we compare to the Bangladesh sector, normally dreams was the children, the first dream, okay, I will become the doctor, I will become the engineer. Nowadays you can see that this job even internationally also is a drop. Doctor engineer now become number fourth or fifth position, even some of them lower than that. So it's meaning we have a lot of opportunity, we have a lot of hopes. Even a few years ago, in our country normally say, my father is a high school teacher, so last time they say those who have no option to find any job, they are doing the high school or teaching job. Now you can see here teaching job is one of the, not only the matter of respect, even financially, even this the one of the top job. Even I just my last data you can see here, some country women's and average in the whole world, this is the top job for the women, for the man is number fifth job. It's a big matter. So I'm coming slowly on why I'm saying that. And accounting, even bank job, even Bangladesh we see here, I have a lot of students because I'm teaching in the business school and of course in the management and finance. So many of I need to consult many of my students. What we tell always them, even you get the job in the bank, where are you going to start? The salary even sometimes is a less than is sometimes a what you call a personal driver. So why we need to have to run for this job? We have many options to do. I'm coming to, and why you need to be do this and why you don't do that. Okay, so now you can see here the next one. What will be the 2030s job? Even some of the name, many of them never heard. Can you see how the challenges is coming to us? There is a 30 jobs I listed here. What job will be highly demand in next 10 years? Maybe yes, as a third world country, Bangladesh, Malaysia, we are not facing this much, but it's like something you see here. Like if we talk about bit out of things like industrial revolution, In Bangladesh, still we can see we are still using first industrial revolution spec. Even somewhere, some country, they fully what do you call, they utilize or they are already practicing fifth industrial revolution. Same as here, we are still some job, yes, maybe it will be have demand long time due to our circumstances, due to our economic, due to our geographical, due to our political fact. But can you see, we cannot judge our market, we cannot judge ourselves within a country. We need to judge with the whole world. We need to judge with the top country or the top world or the first world. Okay, so I just share you here the top 30 job will be next 30 year, I mean until 2030 will be demand or will be highly demanded. Can you see here? Augmented reality architect, autonomous vehicle operator, avatar relationship manager, chef farmer, chief experience officer. We hear every time CEO, chief operating officer, or or the chief what do you call, executive officer, chief finance officer. But we can see a new job post. Of course, the earlier one will be exist, but new job will be created for you guys. Is called chief experience officer, digital identity planner, digital what do you call, archaeologist, then energy harvest, then environmental health nurse, financial technologies. Then will we have future like guide, I'm coming another occupation later. Then global sourcing manager. This is, I will be say, for the everyone in this country now. Every country, even you cannot, maybe all of them we don't need in our country, or all of them we are not familiar. But these two three, like example, as I mentioned, global sourcing manager. I visited last year March in China. We can see here many of them small offices. They just only doing the sourcing for the different country and just get the commission. And this is like, as you can do it from anywhere and from everywhere. So this is the profession we can see: global sourcing manager, global system architect, then grassroots researcher, green career coach, then healer, office concierge, online community organizer or event organizer, something like it. We can organize the event in online, organizational quartermaster, then personal brand manager, personal care coordinator, plan psychologist, then post normal job counselor. So there is a lot of even content writer. This is one of the biggest demand in the everywhere in the world. So now we can see, okay, we giving you some statistics or some what do you call, some idea what are the job is waiting for you, or what are the job is I or you are the fit for this position according to my question. If yes, how and why the employer will be hire you, what is the quality you need. You have a huge competitor in everywhere. You have a competitor in the university life, you have a competitor in your what do you call, job market. So we can see here nowadays many of them is just simply is study the BBA or simply study any courses. Yes, I'm not saying you don't do or you don't study, but we can see the opportunities. There is a lot of option. You can be the pioneer, you can be the first mover, you can be the first mover. You can go beyond boundaries among like BBAs and MBAs and other degrees. So I have another question started with just how would prepare ourselves to for this job. I just ask then, how would we enter the competition? I mean, how we can sustain, how we can stay in the competition. So I think we can start it from here. So I will be try, or we will try to find the answer from the slide or from my lecture. Okay, to just simple. It is nothing so difficult. Don't, after listening my don't think this is so tough for you. No, this is nothing difficult. I believe you guys are very intelligent, you guys are very knowledgeable, you guys are very dedicated, you guys have the ability and of course quality to get this job. But what you need to do to get this job? Just simply three things you need to do. First thing, you need knowledge, you need skill, you need to convert knowledge to skill. That's all. If you can do that, it will be very simple. Nobody can stop you to get this job as per your quality, as per your what we call qualification, even whatever you have, academic or even technical or whatever knowledge you have. So you need to just only focus these three things only. Yes, we have, sometimes we can say I have a degree. Yes, we learn some. I will be just simply say to read or to what you call, sometimes even we say ourselves, we teach or we taught many in educational institute. But can you see here, to learn 40 or 30 modules in your degree level, you are very knowledgeable. And nowadays all the education is very commercial, we can say. Even ourselves, when we going to teach, we have 4 month semester. What do we get? 15 days beginning, 15 days started from beginning of the semester. Last 15 days is going to just exam results and this. And beside that, there is so many public holiday, there is these types of holiday, that holidays. We have around few classes, and this is really not possible to you understand. Example, I teach you strategy management. What you can learn within this short time? So this one, beside that, I will be suggest you try to learn some knowledge, related what you want to do. Decide yourself. You aim what you want to do. You decide your aim. You make your mission, vision. Then you slowly on fulfill one by one by successing your mission one by one. You can successfully, I believe, you can successfully reach your target. Then, as I mentioned, skill. You have a knowledge, you have a degree, you have a master's, you have whatever degrees or academic qualification. Try to learn, try to convert it as a skill. I will be explaining some skill what you need. So we can focus on that. If you really can focus this thing, I strongly believe nobody can stop yourself to reach your target. So why? Okay, as I mentioned, you need knowledge. Before that, we can maybe have a small discussion about why knowledge is important to us and what knowledge we can really learn. So knowledge, as we know, knowledge is power, and it become more powerful as information is accessed more quickly, evaluated faster, and integrated more completely. Then you can see here what knowledge can do to us. Of course, we can see here improve organizational agility. If we are in not in organization, but we can show it, we can prove it to the in like interview. I'll maybe give a small suggestion, or maybe one or two question what basically interviewer looking to you. Then it can be better and faster decision making. Once you have knowledge, you can make very good, very faster and accurate decision. You can solve the problem, you can decide what you want to do, you can make yourself more confident. Then you can increase your rate of innovation. Then you can also support employees growth and development. Then you can share of specialist expertise. If example what is going to the other world, if you can bring, like your company can bring this innovation, bring this technology to you, maybe you can be like very much what you call benefited, your company can be benefited. So we need to have knowledge is all about information. As we mentioned, knowledge is power, and power is actually is information. Then better communication. If we have a we'll be come to the other skill. If you have knowledge like communication skill, if you have a very good command in English, you know Mandarin, you know French, you know other language, you can communicate with any other part in the world, then improve business process. So this is the benefit or why we need to knowledge. Then we come why we need skill. What is there is, as I mentioned, skill and knowledge is completely different things. Skill is something, there is a two types of skill, soft skill and hard skill. But I believe you guys doesn't need much hard skill, because as a graduate or a postgraduate, you may not work in the field, but you need some soft skill. Soft skill can increase your employment opportunities, like how we can say professional development, then continuous learning, mentoring, monitoring, and controlling. If you have skill, it's like a good driver can save some people from the accident. But if you are just a so-so driver, if you don't have much experience, much skill in driving, you will make accident. Same as skill can control many things. Skill can monitor and skill can also mentoring. Then facilitate growth, developed leadership, gain confidence. So this is few things skill is, but we are going to slowly on what are the skill and knowledge you need to gain, and what are the skill and knowledge will be help you to develop your career, to help you to what you call continuous your further development. Then, as I mentioned, we have normally three skill or three types of skill we need. You are manager or you are not manager, even you run your own business, you become entrepreneur, it will be also need the same skill. We are entrepreneur mean we are what do you call entrepreneur mean, I think many of them knows is like a businessman starting new business or a startup. So if you are entrepreneur, you also need to be run your own business, you need to handle your staff, you need to control your staff, you need to communicate your stakeholder, you need to communicate your all the peoples like supplier everywhere. So same, if you does not have the skill, you cannot sustain and you cannot grow up. So we need to have technical skill, we need to have interpersonal skill, we need to have a conceptual skill. Why I focus in the technical skill in the first? Because we know technical skill is the normally in the entry level or beginning level, this is one of the most important or most important what do you call requirements, or the first requirements from the employer. Even I just share you technical skill high or top level management, they doesn't need to have a technical skill. A CEO not necessary to have a technical skill, but like a fresh graduate, if you want to enter the industry, you need to have it. So these two, the last two skill, interpersonal skill and conceptual skill, when you become the mid level, even the beginning level you need, but we need to focus on some technical skill. So we are going to one by one. This skill, I hope it can be help you to develop your career and help you to what you call to make find a good job or make your employability. So technical skill, as we know, ability to apply specialized knowledge, expertise as far as requirements. Example, somebody want to hire you as a data analysis. So you might have very good knowledge about the technical technology like computer, how you do it. You need to have very speed up. You need to have typing speed. They will be tested. But once you become manager, you don't need to do that. As I mentioned, technical skill is the entry level skill you need. Then nowadays, whatever job you want to do, we believe nowadays many of the employer is like looking that their employees like one man show, but it is difficult, we cannot be one man show. But example, you are very good in the university academic in the accounting, but you does not have good IT knowledge, you does not have very much knowledge about the digital and other things. So it will be very difficult for you, because we know nowadays all the businesses, nowadays all the what do you call companies compliance their business with the software and IT and technology. So if you does not have the technical skill, what is normally as we mentioned like computer skill, you need to have some at least minimum knowledge of what you call the Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft what you call the Word. You need to have the SEO knowledge. You need to have how to search the what you call information. If you does not have this, it is quite difficult for you. So you need to have this in the beginning level. Then able to use all types of technological tools. Sometimes some people, okay, no, I learned the computer only Microsoft what you call 2010. I cannot use the Mac. So you cannot have these excuses. You need to be prepared yourself. You need to try to, because if you it doesn't, you don't know your company or where you're going to be have knowledge the work, where you're going to be you have your what you call career. So these types of fundamental. I'm not saying you need to, because if they need. So if you does not have the fundamental knowledge of the technology, if you does not have, because they are don't look you be as expert, like they don't look you as from the accountant or the from the office what do you call executive, they will not look you are very expert in multimedia, you are very expert in the Photoshop. They won't look it. They will be look you the fundamental things from you. Then digital knowledge and cognitive skill. So this is the thing, the knowledge if you have, you or you need to have it. If you able to acquire this knowledge, and I believe no one can stop you to hiring, or no one can reject you to hire. Then we go to interpersonal skill. What is all about the interpersonal skill? Normally it is defined as a communication skill, what we call verbal, either non-verbal. So communication skill is not, sometimes we always talk, say, oh, I can speak very good English. Is to speak very good English is not a communication skill. Communication skill, we have many parameter, we have many way, like we call what we call upward, downward. We need to, of course, this is like the language. If you can speak good English, this is just a good benefit. But you doesn't have, and another one things I didn't mention here, what is the nowadays most of the graduates or youngsters, you have a good skill, you have knowledge, you have the education, but another things you nowadays most of the youngsters or young graduate have some attitude issues. So I will be also say like as we have why I say attitude issue. They have sometimes, okay, they know something, they think they are very expert, and they sometimes does not have benchmarking themselves, or sometimes they does not compare actually the market. They
Please on your mic, sir.
say you what is all about, I say about attitude or skill, or maybe communication skill. Sometimes like my some student, because this is nowadays I have most of the time I have two classes. So sometimes they call me, so I just, maybe if I receive the phone, obviously our class all is recording and is going to our head office server, so I cannot take this call. And they call again and again. I message them, call me later. They again call. So what they do, they just simply say, oh, this Dr. Rahman didn't receive my call, he is not communicate with us properly. So I tell sometimes, I say, try to learn communication. You give me one call, after three rings, if you see I did not receive your call, just leave a message. But you see here, what we do normally, we always try to call one, twice, third, fifth, even we receive sometimes continuously 4 or 5 calls. So this is also one types of attitude. What we actually need to learn, so is meaning, if you want to learn communication skill is a big fact. Your manner, your attitude also one of the fact. Also it's involved. Then critical thinking and problem solving. You need to think critically. You need to have ability to solve the problem. If you can say, okay, before entering the job, why we need to do that? Because when you face the interview, by employer. When they talk with you, they can assume actually about your ability. They can have some idea what you actually can do. They can actually assume your manner, your attitude, and of course the way of we are thinking, because sometimes we can see the way they are throwing question sometimes is irrelevant. Am I right? I think many of them know already. This is very common. They also want to see how you react, how you solve it, how you talking, how you deliver your speech to them, how you going to address them, then decision making. And of course we need to have one thing is always we call negotiation. If we or we does not have mentality of negotiation, we need to, we cannot get success. We cannot always say okay we can win. You need to have a good mentality of win-win, what we normally call always win-win. Maybe sometimes it's a loss-win. Sometimes yeah we can win and lose, but we cannot think we always loss or we always win-win. So we need to have these types of mentality. We need to have this at least this four. There is a many interpersonal skill we have, but you need to have at least these four interpersonal skill. If you have these four interpersonal skill, you will be more confident, you will be more smarter. When you talk with the employer or interviewer, they will be know, they can assume what you have inside. Then we need to have the conceptual skill. We need to have some analytical abilities. If we have analytical abilities, mean what is the situation is going on, what we can do now, what we need to do. So these types of, if we have what do you call if we have the analytical skill or analytical what do you call analytical abilities, we believe we can solve a lot of things. Because we can assume, if you are in the working in the any company, we I just tell you another thing. You work in the hospital, regardless you work in the university or you work in the restaurant, for them this is a business. For you, yes, it is your position, but for what do you call, for you this is maybe okay, I am the manager or I am the this, but actually those are running a hospital, this is a service sector for us, or we are, this is a treatment place, but for them it's a business. So you also need to think as a business person. Then cognitive abilities, you should have very much knowledge what you gonna to do. If, as I mentioned earlier, knowledge is power. So cognitive abilities, if you have knowledge, you can develop yourself, you can show yourself, you can have a good opportunity or chances for you to enter to the market. Then creative thinking, we should always thinking positive. If you try one company, if you try twice, don't worry about that. Don't think okay this is my last, or I am the failure, I don't have knowledge, or I don't have ability. I think many of them we have the story, or we know the story of the Jack Ma, right? So can you see, he is the most, himself he said, not me, he said I am the most ugliest guy might be in the China, and I am the most failure. The people, he has went to the interview for the McDonald's, said the last number one, the one I reject. So I'm not sure that one, sometime we can a story, but you can see he's the most successful person. So there is a nothing, we need to if we have this ability, of course you need to add innovation with you. You should add some innovation, you should have some positive thinking. Then another thing is you need to have a leadership skill. Because if you always try to follow others, you cannot move forward. Try to be leader, try to be lead. If you do that, regardless, in we have like one subject, strategy management, those are not study management. Strategy management always say okay, like us, move forward, try to get the advantage of the first mover. So I make one small story about how to be a success from the failure. Srilbhai, we have time or no? Okay, so this is how we call it, the leadership or positive thinking can make us a lot of changes. I heard from my vice chancellor last time one story. Just maybe take 2 minutes time. He said, Gazi, we have one tire company rickshaw. They try to be penetrate the market. That time the China tire, everything was very much, what called cover the market. So this company try to penetrate the market, but they try several times when they the pushing the what you call buyer or what you call seller. Nobody want to buy it. Then this owner have one friend in the Jahangirnagar University in the marketing teacher. Then he share his problem. I spend a lot of money, but I try myself to what you call penetrate the market, but there is not good response. So he said, okay, I build a team. How much you spend the money for the marketing? Say this much, this much. Okay, say give us this half of money to me and give us some product we can try. So they build few teams in the Dhaka city. This one we are talking about 90s time. So they build another what we call the few teams. So in Bangladesh we have a lot of Rishka. Those are not in Bangladeshi, they may have some idea. So like as 5 or 10 student, the professor assigned them as like their assignment. So okay, you go and visit the all rickshaw garage. There is a garage, yeah. So you push the rickshaw owner, say okay, there is a one tire I give you free. You try it, you don't need to pay it, just see this tire is working for how long and China tire is working for how long. So like the each garage there is like around like 20, 25, 15 rickshaw. So those rickshaws like tire is going to spoil, they change this tire by their own cost. So upon that, what happening is like example, we know in like 2-3 months is one tire is normally can run. Then they covered quite many the big number of Dhaka cities, and upon that they get the respond and they visited again. They say okay, what happened? Say yeah, it's quite similar. It is going same price. They say okay, you buy the China tire is 200 taka. We are giving you the our local tire is 80, 150 or 160 taka, and so why you are using that? Say no, nobody tell us this is we have this. Say no, we our seller or our workshop is try to be sell. Say no. Now what happening? They try to sell this tire from garage owner is say no. We want to change that. If you want to change the tire, change the Ghazi tire. Then now I think there is a less China tower is imported in Bangladesh. So what does mean that? We should be hope. We have a positive thinking. We should be work from the root. We should be work from the problem. We should be define the problem. Where is it? So like as you need to lead yourself. You need to lead your company. You need to have some innovation. Then I think it is easy for us to get the success. Then the last one here is okay. I will be just say from a fresh graduate or general graduate, none of employees looking expertise from you. They are looking your commitment. They are looking your dedication. They are looking your innovation. And what you need to do? From here, it is my advice to those are fresh graduate and assess yourself. You need to do mean you do assess yourself. What you need to do? Identify your 5 strengths, your 5 weakness. I believe we have very strong weakness and you have a strength and weakness. So you do one thing is you identify your 5 strengths and score it. Score the what you call number from 5, 1 to 5. How much you want to give yourself? Then same as you also define or identify your 5 weakness. Mark it 1 to 5. How much you want to give? Don't try to be. You just do it your own. No need to ask anyone. No need to ask your friends. Okay, what is my strength? You identify yourself. You have some strength. Identify. Make it the score and what you call make it total. Like from the 5 strength, you have like example. You say okay, I have very good communication skill. So how much you want to give yourself? Among 5, you say okay, I give 4 or I give 5. So all the strength you give marks up 1 to 5. vintage score, and you score it, you make it total, and after this same also do it in the weakness. Then you compare what is your the bigger one, is it strength or is it weakness. Then if you see, okay, your strength is good, your strength is okay among 25, this strength is 20 or whatever, even you see, okay, your strength is also weakness also like 15, 20, try to cover or try to reduce or minimize your weakness. Then you try again, how should we can try to minimize. We cannot ignore or we cannot completely remove our weakness, but try to make full of your strength. Then you move it, you move. Then what you need to do upon that, you do that upon your scoring or upon your preparation. What you need to do, you do a plan, what you want to do as per your strength, as per your weakness. You do your strength, sorry, you do your plan. Then you strategize it, what you want to do, you strategize it. Then you think again, then manage everything yourself. Then you can reach your or you can reach your objective, you can achieve your objective, you can reach your dream, or you can, if you can do it, I believe this is nothing much difficult for you. So the last one is, I'll be say, okay, you, as I mentioned, you decide or set a vision yourself, set your goal, plan it, action, do it, and no one can stop your success. And I'm finished here. Thank you. There is any questions about, please do not hesitate to ask me or everyone, no problem.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Abdul Rahman.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Dear audience, please share your questions in the chat box. We are receiving some questions. Before that, there is an announcement from ISDC. All right. I hope all the audience got some idea about the career opportunities and how to manage the challenges to get jobs in 21st century. The announcement from this International Skills Development Center that we are going to a professional course on human resource management. Please, mute your mic, please, all the audience. So this professional course is accredited by Wilmington Metropolitan University, US. This short course or the professional course on human resource management will be a project-based learning. This is very fast track, practical and comprehensive subject coverage. It will be facilitated by proven industry experts. This is suitable for all working adults and even for the students. No previous experience is required. Very cost effective. Please mute your mic, please. So the criteria would be there will be no final exam, 100% coursework, and to avail this course, you must obtain 70% marks in your assignment or project. So this would be the sample certificate, how it would be look like from Wilmington Metropolitan University. Now, of course, there is a fees involved in this professional course. ISDC regular price for the professional course is $125 US, but for these pandemic situations and global economic situation, considering all these circumstances, we're offering this professional course at USD 40. For Bangladeshi Taka, this would be 3,400. For Nepal rupees, it would be rupee 4,700, and for Bhutan BTN 2,918. For Malaysian, it would be 170 ringgit. Those who are interested, kindly confirm us in our chat box. You can put your email and can write confirm or you want this course. And our office will send you all this details information in your email, and we'll let you know all other information. Now, there are some questions. I would like to start with Dr. Rahman. Uh, Ishwar Sharma, he asks, what is the market of lawyer in 2030 years? I mean, by 2030. What
Oh,
is the market for
okay.
lawyers?
Okay, okay. This one you see here, the whole world is now is moving, and you know the like example we are in the if we looking the job in the bank nowadays you can see what is the opportunity to work in the bank. So in especially in US or the first world country, they are creating new job. Like example, normally what do we do? Last time we buying the food, normal food. Now everybody is looking organic food. So who gonna do or process the organic food? So this is 2030. The earlier, I believe, as I mentioned, is once 20 years, even 15 years ago, Bangladesh, we our focus. Even my parents was dreaming I become the doctor. So actually, unfortunately, I didn't. Now it is here the change, job scope are changing. Doctor profession, even in our country, even it's not the priority job nowadays anymore. It's become number fourth or fifth. Engineering is lesser, even like lawyer is less. So these 20 to 30 jobs is like based on the technology because we are moving with the technology, and there is a new position is creating based on the global demand. So that's I mentioned there.
Thank you. I think next question is Dr. Shirin. Dr. Shirin, are you with us? Hello,
Oh, me? Yes, I'm there. I'm here.
Mr. Shirin.
Yes, sir, I'm here, Dr. Mr. Shwel, I'm here.
Right. Mr. Conrad asked a question. Office configure is similar to reception. I'm confused. Could you please explain?
Is this question for me, sir?
Yes, sir. Do you like to answer?
What's the question, please, again?
Office configure, is it similar to reception? I'm confused.
So office position and reception are two different positions. Yeah, office could be administrative, could be managerial, could be. Whereas reception is basically quite straightforward in the sense that you are attend to the customers, you attend to the phone calls. Yeah, so both are different job descriptions, different skills, different qualification, and different experience. Yeah, so both are different jobs. I hope this clarifies. I hope this clarifies your question. If you don't understand, please feel free to ask again.
Dr. Next question, I think this is to Dr. Abdurrahman.
Okay.
I have just started my career. I don't have practical achievements, but I really want to practically explore and experience my potential by delivering the best services to the company. I have long-term potential and ability to work well with others, have a clear communication skills, self-motivation and adaptation ability, and also ability to handle stress and prioritize multiple tasks. I mean, he's asking what is his future or what he can
Okay.
do.
That's good. I think the question is very, for me, it's a very positive thing. The things, what is his current position? Okay. I just tell one thing, it's my advice beside answer. If we working in the corporate, we know corporate, there is some rules. Within 3 years, if you are not getting a promotion or you are not, what you call, getting the next level, it's meaning there is something wrong. So we call it after 3 years, even 5 years in the beginning level. Yes, sometime it is quite tough. We can move forward, but even within 3 to 5 years, if you are not moving forward, or if you feel you are doing the best thing, you are doing the things rightly, but there is still you are not getting the promotion. So in this case, I will be say again, he will say, okay, he didn't do the assessment. You need to do your assessment, and you can also try to check what is the gap between you and organization. So if you want to target yourself, okay, what is the next level? You can see what is the next level requirements of the organization. Every organization, every HR, they have some fundamental requirements. We know there is a two types of recruitment in the HR. One is we call external, another we call internal. So internal is normally is a two types. Some organization they giving auto promotion. Some organization they not do auto promotion. What they do, they are also taking the exam, like in some bank they having the exam for the next level. But of course you are the one who get the first priority. So if you not getting the things as per the regulations, as per time schedule, as per your expectation, you need to find the gap. Why? What is the gap there? Then if we normally call, yes, sometime if you not, you are very humble guy, if you are very good guy, sometimes some organization they don't do it until or unless you what do you call, you push them, or until or unless you apply them. So if you want to go in again you say that you want to be in the highest level, you need to check yourself what is the gap, because there is a not only in the work, there is a few matter, as I mentioned in my mid of the my lecture. You need not only skill. Sometimes we have some staffs working very hard, very dedicated, very much committed, but the guy does not have a leadership. Maybe I seen a lot of people very much. I think no, if anyone in Malaysia, I'll give one example in Malaysia. After my masters, I think maybe I worked quite short time in the hotel Shangri-La, around 6 months. So one of the guys, a Malaysian guy, unfortunately he was passed away a few years ago. So he told me, Rahman, I working FOA, front office assistant manager, last 15 years. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. So I said, why you not promoted? Basically 15 years working in the hospitality industry, you become full manager. But he does not. There is some what do you call, some steps of, okay, in the bank, like 3 years, you need to have next promotion, either 5 years, another 3. Same as 15 years working in the hospitality industry, and you just want to enter in the even beginning level, front office assistant. Within 15 years, you should be the full manager. Then once I work with him 6 months, I identify why he didn't become the manager. He does not have the what do you call, leadership skill. He can work very hard. He can work, even you say, okay, work 14 hours, he can work, but he cannot get let the get job from others. He doesn't have the what you call commanding or controlling power. So there is a few things. If you feel there is some issue beside there, as I mentioned, not only education, not only you are very hardworking, you have innovation, but maybe you does not have the leadership skill. How can you lead? Like if you cannot lead, you cannot lead your staffs, you cannot lead your subordinate. A leader or manager is normally we call a burger meat. Do you know that? Why we say burger meat? You top also of the bread, you up also bread. Your manager, your bottom, you have the who? You have your subordinate. Your top, you have the superior. So you need to manage both. If you become the manager, if you cannot manage both, what do? You need to leave the job. So there is a few reason normally why we not getting or reach our target. So try to find it. You try to assess. As I mentioned, try to do the assessment yourself and try to see your achievement. Try to see as per your target what you are right now. You make your positioning. Then you can, I think, get the answer. Is it okay? Either you can also can discuss, no problem.
Thank you, Dr. Abdurrahman. Next question is to Dr. Shirin. How soft skills important over hard skills?
The soft skills and hard skills are both actually important, but it depends on the nature of your job. The example, if you're in the customer service line, you're in the HR line, you're in dealing with people, then you need a lot of soft skills. Soft skills are skills like communication skills, speaking skills, teaching skills, coaching skills. These are all soft skills where you deal with people. Whereas hard skills are technical skills, like you're dealing with computers, IT, technician, computerized equipment, hardware, software. Those are hard skills. You need hard skills for areas like that. So it depends on the job you are doing. Are you a person who likes to deal with people? That's where you need soft skills. Or are you a person who is technical? That's when you will need hard skills. Sometimes many people have a combination of both. You see, although your customer service, you can have this. You can still repair computers and laptops. So you see, you have combination of both. So it depends on your job, and it's good to have a combination of both. So you can do the hard skills as well as the soft skills. I hope this answers your question. Thank you.
Dr. Shirin. I think this is a very interesting question to Dr. Abdurrahman.
Okay.
How to become CEO?
Okay, that's a good question. He has a very good and desire. Okay, this one first thing I will be say it is very inspired question for him and for me. Okay, to become CEO, you need to become CEO by yourself. Nobody can make you a CEO. So to become CEO, you need to achieve the skill. As we mentioned, you need to have a concept, especially technical skill is not the most important for you if you want to become the CEO. Because the top level normally we have PS, APS, right? Where they can do our job like typing and this. So you need to have very good conceptual and interpersonal skill. You need to have a very problem solving skill. You need to have innovation. If you have innovation, you can show your dedication and innovation to the company. You need to achieve something in the from the your lower position. Then slowly on, of course, it is a time matter. It is a matter of time. It is you need some experience. If you want to, like example, in the what position I don't know you working, and you need to gradually develop yourself, your skill, you develop your achievement, and of course you need to fulfill what is the organization looking from you.
Thank you. There are some questions from audience is coming in that they're asking the certificate of attendance. This seminar is free of charge. ISDC don't charge anything for this seminar. We are having seminar almost every week. And another question for this professional courses is 3 months. Duration is 3 months. Once in a week we have the class. And then the payment, yes, you can transfer it to the ISDC bank account. You will be provided. Please leave us your email and phone number. We'll send you the details. Next question to Dr. Abdurrahman also. In 21st century, we're going to face fourth industrial revolution, where robotic expertise will take
Fourth
place.
industrial revolution.
Yeah, in human expertise. Fourth. In that context.
So actually, we are in the right time in the fifth. Fifth already started to work. Fourth already implemented.
In Japan, it is even more. It is sixth revolution.
Fourth already.
Yeah. But Mr. Jahangir Alam is asking you.
No, sixth is still not. Sixth is still not.
Very specific question.
We are actually, the world is working for the fourth now.
Fourth.
Yeah, sorry, fifth.
So his question is, in that context, as HR professional, what types of soft skills and multitask expertise should an HR develop to retain his position under this revelation? Please clarify. Thank you.
No, there is no relation. I will be say, okay, we need to identify what is the industrial revolution. Industrial revolution is basically the machine we involve to what? Just nothing else. Okay, so HR job cannot do by machine. Even we are doing our HR job with machine. If we say how, once upon time, what do? We calculate our payroll, we do our assessment manually, right? Nowadays we are already computer is a machine. We are already doing our job with the machine, but it can be reduce human effort. Just simple. So human effort is just only reducing due to machines. That's all. But there is no much gap between, like example, you still need to operate the machine. You need to operate the robots, example. So there is a fourth and fifth is not much will be defined. Like he's talking about the HR, still you need to calculate. You need to, okay, what is the HR major job? I just give a small brief to you. We normally call in our language HR job is hire and fire. Actually not that. HR is the job is a big scope of work. There is a lot of like development, recruitment. There is so many things is working by HR. So I believe machine cannot do the things, but we can do some machine help to reduce our work or reduce our effort. That's all. So you have nothing worry. If you have planned to work in the HR, it's okay. Don't worry about that.
Uh, you said the right thing. In fact, all of us need to be multitasking in order to survive in this 21st century.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly. Sorry to. Yeah, he need to know good computer. That's all. As we say, multitasking. Maybe last time he do only the like exam payroll. Maybe later on, maybe company can ask him to, okay, from now you can have a part of training. You can be the part of maybe the what you call assessment. Example like this. So multitask. Actually, we are multitasking now. Still ourselves, but the machine cannot reduce much what you call the job from HR. Yes, machine can reduce a lot of human effort. That's all only.
thank you. There are many questions on the certificate of attendance. Kindly stay with us at the end of the session, and those who will stay end of the session will get the certificate of attendance. I think we'll take two more questions. This question is directed to Dr. Abdul Rahman. Sir, can you please tell us something more about online event manager? Online event manager.
Yeah, sure. There is a okay. Nowadays, I think the COVID-19 or Corona actually make us a lot of learning. We learn we learn how to survive in this world within hard time. So event, yes, you can. There is a lot of event. Even nowadays, I will be say it is make our job easier. So if you say you want to become the event manager or event organizer or event hoster, yes, it is. You just need to create your platform. You need to just create your platform because in the business as I basically teaching the strategy management and some HR. So I'll be say business what you need to three things only. You need business upon business. Okay, you are already in the business. You need operations successfully run. You need to manage your finance and you need to do good marketing. So you create a platform. Nowadays we can see that many people are selling their product in online. They are also doing the delivery online, confirm everything online. So they can, if they can survive, why not you? You just, of course, the job we need to do physically, but you need to take the order, you need to reach the customer. Everything we can nowadays can do online. So yes, you can do it, and it is a good thing, and you can actually it will be make your job easier.
Thank you. I think the next question is to, this is the last question that we are taking, to directed to Dr. Shirin. The question is, I'm not from HR department. I'm medical laboratory scientist. I want to know what relation should between technical employee and HR manager. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, sir. You see, all of us work in an organization. We deal with the HR managers. We deal with the HR department. So it is very important that we maintain a good relationship with all members of the HR as well as the organization as a whole. If you want to work well in an organization, you need good relationship skills, good interpersonal skills, good communication skills, and especially with HR because you need to know that many times you need advice from them. You need guidance regarding salary, regarding promotions, regarding increments, regarding career progress, career development. So it is very important, whatever role in the organization, you have a good relationship with the HR department as well as the organization, everybody as a whole, in order to work well in the organization and also to instill a good, healthy organization. Okay, I hope this answers your question. Thank you.
Now, before we end, we'd like to all our participants to on the camera to take a photo with our guest of speaker tonight. Please, all of you on your camera. We want to see all the faces all over the world.
And another information, please send your name and email address to confirm your certificate. Please mention your email address and name into chat box. Thank you.
Where do you give the name and email address? Yeah.
Yeah. Certificate name and email address.
You want me to the chat over here, or you want to send a WhatsApp message to Mr. Suhail instead?
Yeah, you can. Both can.
Oh, okay.
And we have seminar tomorrow on hotel and resort management. Next week we have seminar on artificial intelligence, and we have 2 workshops coming on 23rd and 30th. The first workshop is on statistical analysis of using CSS tool, and second workshop on app development. You can develop your app to all workshops. Like our
Hello.
Email to our
Hello.
gmail.com.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you please explain about the payment system? It's installment or one time?
Please leave us your email and phone number at the chat box. Our office will get back to you, providing details information. In Malaysia,
Is it
11 p.m. Our guest speakers I think they're really sad, so we would like to end here. For payment, I just tell you briefly. You can give it to our bank account, as it's a bank account, and
we have a mobile account also, mobile bank account also. And payment is not no more installment. It's a one-time payment.
okay?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I am Ishwar Sharma from Nepal, and still I am a student. So I am confusing about choosing future career. For example, if I play football, then I think I should be the player. Then if I join in the agriculture, then I think I should be the farmer. So I am confusing to fix the future career. Can you explain?
To whom?
I think Dr. Abdurrahman, you'd like to take this?
Okay, no problem. As I mentioned, can you do assessment yourself and can you check what is your future over there? If you see you have a really good career in football, but I just tell before one thing, if you really not up to level and it is so difficult for you to take it as your what you call the career, and we know athlete career is very short time. Any athlete, not only in the football, any athlete or even like the movie stars, these types of career is quite short. So you need to assess yourself, you need to find yourself, and you check what is your achievement, what is your attempt in last time, and what is the age right now currently you are, what level you are playing right now. If you think you are in example 18 years, 19 years, and which level you are playing in over there. So I think you do the assessment first. But you can continue your education. My suggestion is you can continue your education. And of course, if you see there is a good future of what, I don't know which level you are playing right now, what is the achievement you did last, what do you call, last years or last of your, the previously. So if you think, yes, I have a good future and I can reach until that, then I think this one is better. You can take that one. But if no, I will be say not, because in football also you have few level to play, right? first division, you have to play. So which level you play, you need to tell that tell us. You need to let us know. If no, then it is tough for us to advise. If you think it's a hobby, just go it.
Okay, with this, we'd like to end our session here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Hello, please. Hello, please. I have a one asking to Abdul Rahman sir.
Okay.
Question?
Hello.
Yes, yes, I'm here. Please.
But this is last question.
Okay, sir. I am Hassan from Rangpur, Bangladesh, and I am working one of the carpet textile Rangpur. So, is it necessary or essential to be expertise with ISO, International Standardization Organization?
So you're personally not necessary. If your organization is want to achieve it, yes, it is good. It can be give them good privilege, and it can be give them another level to move forward in international level or whatever. But personally, you don't need, because the ISO is a basically organization for organization. What do you call recognition, not the staff or employee or anyone. So if your organization want to
Thank you,
achieve,
sir.
just ask them to go ahead. It will be good for them if they can reach in the next level, and they will have a good privilege to identify and show them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Your presentation is really nice.
You all
Thank you.
for participating tonight. We invite all of you to attend our future seminars and workshops. With that, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good
Thank
night.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, Shibarati. Namaste.
Thanks to everyone. Thanks everyone. May Allah bless you. Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Ram.
Just Horror Mahadev.
Oh, Jai Sri Ram, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
के छ यार?
सब ठिक छ.
सब ठिक छ, सब ठिक छ.
नेपाली गाइजहरु हामी यतिकै हो.